It was a house like any other, nestled in a quiet suburban neighborhood. The Wilsons had recently moved in, unaware of the dark history that awaited them. The basement, shadowy and filled with old belongings, was mostly ignored until strange occurrences began to unfold. One night, while searching for misplaced items, Emily Wilson felt a chilling breeze that sent shivers down her spine. Brushing it off, she continued her task. But as she ascended the stairs, she heard faint whispers that seemed to emanate from the basement's depths. Her curiosity piqued, Emily decided to investigate. Emily delved into the basement's history, discovering that the house was built on the grounds of an old asylum. Stories circulated about the institution's grim experiments and mistreatment of patients. Rumors of a doctor who conducted sinister experiments for his own gain added to the chilling narrative. As Emily dug deeper, she found journals left behind by previous residents. Their entries spoke of unsettling experiences, doors opening on their own, cold spots, and glimpses of shadowy figures. Despite their apprehensions, the residents had attributed these occurrences to overactive imaginations. As days turned into weeks, the strange events escalated. Objects moved on their own, and eerie shadows seemed to dance along the basement walls. Emily's husband, James, dismissed her fears as stress-induced hallucinations. But one fateful night, he ventured into the basement to confront his wife's anxieties, only to encounter a bone-chilling presence that left him paralyzed with fear. Desperate for answers, the Wilsons sought the help of paranormal investigators. The team set up cameras, audio recorders, and sensors throughout the basement. Their investigation revealed disturbing EVP, electronic voice phenomena, recordings, voices that whispered incoherent phrases, pleading for release from the torment they endured. Further research unveiled the asylum's horrific practices, patients subjected to torturous experiments, their anguished souls forever trapped within the confines of the basement. The doctor's obsession with unraveling the mysteries of the afterlife had left a malevolent imprint on the house. Determined to free the trapped spirits, the Wilsons embarked on a perilous journey. Armed with knowledge from the journals and guided by the evidence collected, they conducted a seance in the basement. The air grew thick, and the temperature plummeted as they communicated with the tormented souls. As the seance intensified, the basement trembled, and the shadows coalesced into a sinister figure, the doctor himself. The malevolent entity unleashed its rage, lashing out at the Wilsons. With sheer willpower and the assistance of the paranormal investigators, the Wilsons managed to break the doctor's hold on the trapped spirits. With the spirits finally at rest, the basement's oppressive aura lifted. The Wilsons found solace in their newfound peace. They shared their harrowing experience on their YouTube channel, garnering both skeptics and believers alike. The story of the ghost in the basement became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the darkness that could linger when humanity's worst impulses were left unchecked. And as the years went by, the Wilsons continued to reside in the house, the echoes of the past gradually fading away. Yet, every now and then, a soft whisper would linger in the air, a reminder of the horrors that had once taken root in the depths of their home. In the heart of an ancient town stood a dilapidated mansion, its grandeur long faded. For decades, the house had stood abandoned, its history shrouded in mystery. Local legends spoke of a malevolent presence that dwelled in the basement, driving its occupants to madness or worse. A group of thrill-seeking friends, drawn by the mansion's eerie allure, decided to explore its depths. Mark, Sarah, Lisa, and Alex entered the mansion with trepidation, armed with flashlights and a mixture of skepticism and excitement. As they descended the creaking stairs into the basement, an oppressive atmosphere settled around them. In the dim light of their flashlights, the group began to explore the basement's forgotten artifacts. A sense of unease hung heavy in the air, but they brushed it off as mere nerves. As they delved deeper, whispers began to echo around them, fragmented words of anguish and torment that seemed to seep from the very walls. As the whispers intensified, the friends felt their skepticism waver. Mark, the most skeptical of them all, suddenly froze. His eyes glazed over, and he muttered disjointed phrases about pain, despair, and a doctor's cruel experiments. His friends watched in horror as Mark seemed to embody the tortured memories of a soul long gone. The whispers grew more intense, coalescing into a voice that seemed to emanate from the shadows. A figure materialized before them, a specter consumed by darkness. The entity's hollow eyes fixated on the group, its chilling presence driving terror into their hearts. It revealed itself as the doctor who had once conducted unspeakable experiments in the mansion's basement. As the entity's grasp tightened, the friends fought to escape its clutches. Sarah's scream pierced the air as she was flung against a wall, her body suspended in midair by an unseen force. Desperation fueled their survival instincts as they frantically searched for a way to banish the malevolent entity. With Mark still trapped within the entity's nightmarish memories, Alex stumbled upon a hidden chamber. Inside, he found the remnants of the doctor's experiments, a makeshift operating theater where unspeakable horrors had occurred. Amid the macabre tools, he discovered a journal chronicling the doctor's descent into madness. Armed with the journal's insights, Alex confronted the entity. He recited the doctor's confessions aloud, invoking the pain and suffering the doctor had inflicted. The basement quaked, and the entity's foam wavered. Mark's vacant eyes flickered, and the whispers grew frantic before fading into silence. As the entity dissipated, the basement's oppressive aura lifted. Mark, shaken but no longer possessed, regained his senses. The friends fled the mansion, their hearts heavy with the weight of what they had witnessed. They shared their harrowing tale with the world, a stark reminder of the darkness that could linger within forgotten places. The mansion remained forever abandoned, its secrets and horrors buried within its walls. The story of their encounter served as a chilling cautionary tale, a reminder that some forces were best left undisturbed, lest they claw their way back into the realm of the living. When Jane's distant relative passed away, leaving her an old Victorian mansion, she was both intrigued and apprehensive. The mansion exuded an unsettling aura, and its history was shrouded in darkness. Nonetheless, Jane decided to move in, hoping to uncover the secrets that lingered within. Upon her arrival, strange occurrences began to unfold. The basement, hidden behind a heavy wooden door, seemed to beckon to Jane with an otherworldly allure. Late at night, she would hear soft whispers that resonated from beneath the floorboards, chilling her to the bone. As Jane delved into the mansion's history, she uncovered tales of a family plagued by tragedy. Rumors spoke of a grieving mother who had retreated to the basement, consumed by her sorrow. It was said that her anguished cries and pleas for her deceased children echoed in the night, lingering long after her own demise. Driven by a mix of curiosity and compulsion, Jane ventured into the basement one fateful evening. Her flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows across the walls. The air grew colder, and her breath misted in the darkness. The whispers grew louder, a symphony of sorrow and despair that seemed to resonate within her very soul. In the dim light, Jane discovered a worn diary tucked beneath an old crate. Its pages revealed the heart-wrenching story of the mother whose grief had consumed her. The diary spoke of desperate attempts to communicate with her departed children, using forbidden rituals that beckoned spirits from the beyond. As Jane read on, the whispers coalesced into tangible forms, the spectral figures of children, their eyes hollow and sorrowful. They reached out to her, their fingers brushing against her skin like a chilling caress. She could feel their pain, their yearning to be free from the bonds of the mortal realm. Driven by a desire to free the tormented souls, Jane sought guidance from a paranormal investigator. Armed with ancient knowledge, they attempted to communicate with the spirits. The basement trembled, and the air grew thick with the weight of their presence. Through tearful voices, the spirits revealed their agony and longing. With the investigator's guidance, Jane channeled her empathy and compassion, helping the spirits find solace. The basement filled with a blinding light, and the children's apparitions slowly faded away, their anguished cries replaced by a sense of peace. Jane felt a profound connection to them, as if she had shared in their pain and ultimately granted them freedom. With the release of the spirits, the mansion's oppressive atmosphere lifted. Jane decided to share her experience on her YouTube channel, hoping to shed light on the souls that had been trapped within its walls. The story served as a haunting reminder of the power of grief and the lengths to which the human spirit would go to find solace. As the years went by, the mansion's reputation transformed. No longer a place of darkness, it became a symbol of redemption and closure. Yet, on certain quiet nights, a soft whisper could still be heard, a faint echo of the past that served as a reminder of the intertwined nature of sorrow and the supernatural. Tucked away at the edge of town, the Blackwood estate loomed like a specter. Abandoned for decades, the mansion had earned a sinister reputation. Local tales whispered of a malevolent presence lurking in its depths, a presence that seemed to have a chilling connection to the basement. A group of urban explorers, seeking thrills and fascinated by the mansion's history, ventured inside. Mark, Lily, Carlos, and Mia entered with a mix of excitement and trepidation. Their flashlights pierced the darkness, illuminating dust-covered furniture and long-forgotten belongings. But it was the basement that beckoned them, its entryway framed by an ominous, decaying door. As the explorers descended the basement stairs, they noticed an oppressive chill that clung to the air. Whispers, faint at first, echoed around them. It was as if the very walls held memories that refused to fade away. The explorers exchanged uneasy glances, the hairs on the back of their necks standing on end. Amidst the cobwebs and shadows, the group stumbled upon a collection of old photographs and letters. These fragments of the past unveiled the mansion's dark history, a family torn apart by jealousy and betrayal. The whispers grew more urgent, as if the spirits trapped within the mansion's walls were desperate to share their story. As the group pieced together the story, the whispers coalesced into a tormented voice. A figure emerged from the shadows, its form a distorted silhouette of rage and anguish. It revealed itself as the vengeful spirit of the betrayed family's patriarch, driven by a desire to punish those who trespassed upon his domain. Panic gripped the explorers as the entity's wrath manifested with terrifying force. Mia was thrown against a wall, her scream piercing the air. Mark and Carlos fought to protect Lily, their flashlights flickering in the malevolent aura. Desperation fueled their efforts as they searched for a way to escape the vengeful spirit's grasp. In their frantic search for a way to appease the entity, Lily discovered a hidden compartment within the basement's decaying walls. Inside, a journal chronicled the family's downfall, revealing the extent of the patriarch's betrayal. Lily realized that the key to quelling the entity's anger lay in exposing the truth. Summoning all her courage, Lily confronted the vengeful spirit with the journal's revelations. The entity's rage intensified, but Lily's sincerity and empathy began to chip away at its anger. The basement trembled as the spirit's form wavered, its rage giving way to heartrending sorrow. As the entity's form dissipated, the basement was engulfed in a blinding light. The explorers shielded their eyes, feeling a sense of catharsis in the air. The mansion's oppressive aura lifted, replaced by an eerie calm. The spirits of the betrayed family had found redemption, and the basement was no longer a prison for their tormented souls. The explorers emerged from the basement, their hearts heavy with the weight of the experience. They shared their story online, their YouTube channel becoming a platform for their chilling encounter. The Blackwood estate transformed from a place of fear to a reminder that even the most malevolent spirits could find peace through truth and understanding. Years later, the mansion stood as a symbol of the redemptive power of empathy. But on certain nights, a faint whisper could still be heard in the wind, carrying with it the echoes of a family's betrayal and the lingering shadows of a past that refused to be forgotten. Nestled in the heart of a desolate countryside, the Forsyth Manor exuded an eerie allure. The house's dark history was shrouded in secrecy, yet whispers of a sinister presence lurking in the basement persisted. When investigative journalist Emma Taylor arrived to uncover the truth, she had no idea of the horrors that awaited her. As Emma delved into the manor's past, she unearthed stories of a reclusive family rumored to have dabbled in the occult. Dark rituals and unspeakable experiments were said to have taken place in the mansion's hidden depths. The basement's locked door taunted Emma, and the wind seemed to carry distant cries on its chilling breath. Guided by her curiosity and fueled by her desire to unveil the truth, Emma managed to acquire an old journal belonging to the Forsyth family. Its pages were filled with cryptic entries, detailing the family's descent into madness and obsession with summoning dark entities from beyond. Emma's unease deepened with each word she read. One moonlit night, Emma made her way to the basement, the journal clutched tightly in her hand. The air grew colder as she descended the stairs, her heart pounding in anticipation. Whispers, barely audible at first, enveloped her in an ethereal symphony of anguish. The basement seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy. As Emma read aloud from the journal, the whispers coalesced into a chilling voice that echoed within her mind. A spectral figure materialized, a tall, shadowy form with eyes that burned like cold fire. It identified itself as the manifestation of the darkness that the Forsyth family had unleashed, and it hungered for release. Emma's instincts screamed at her to flee, but her determination held her ground. The entity's malevolent presence washed over her, suffocating her with its malice. It taunted her with visions of her own fears and regrets, attempting to break her resolve. But Emma clung to her purpose, her voice steady as she continued to read from the journal. As Emma recited the final passages of the journal, a burst of unearthly energy enveloped the basement. The entity's form contorted and wavered, its grip on reality weakening. The air crackled with tension as Emma's voice trembled, her determination unwavering even in the face of this unearthly adversary. With one final cry, Emma's words shattered the entity's hold. The basement erupted in blinding light, and the entity's form disintegrated into smoke. But as the light faded, Emma collapsed to the ground, her strength depleted. She had succeeded in banishing the malevolent presence, but not without paying a heavy price. Emma's story spread far and wide, a chilling tale of courage in the face of darkness. Her YouTube channel became a platform for sharing her harrowing experience, drawing the attention of believers and skeptics alike. The Forsyth Manor, once a place of terror, now stood as a testament to the power of confronting one's deepest fears. Years later, the manor's basement remained a place of mystery, its secrets buried with the entity that had plagued it. Yet, on quiet nights, the wind still carried a distant whisper, a haunting reminder of the journalist who had dared to confront the malevolent forces lurking below.